Hey everybody, it's Molly with All Ears and I am at Universal Orlando today with a brand new video. One of the questions we get asked the most are the wait times accurate? Now we took this little experiment over to Disney at all 4 parks and now it's Universal's turn. I'm gonna go to both theme parks, Universal Studios Florida and Islands of Adventure, and ride the biggest ticket attractions where I'm gonna clock the wait times and see if the posted wait times are the accurate wait times. Are they over, are they less? We're gonna find out together. I hope you're ready, I hope you're excited. Let's get in there. About 9:30, the park opened half an hour ago. Nothing has that long of a line right now, so I definitely recommend getting to Universal early, getting here and going to whichever park is open first. It's usually Universal Studios. Knock out the stuff you want to do here, and then hop on the train over to Islands of Adventure to get onto Hagrid's. That's not what we're going to do today because I'm trying to collect the wait times, but that would be my game plan if I were coming here. Especially as a Harry Potter person, I would get here early, ride Escape from Gringotts first thing, and then get on the train over to get on Hagrid's when they open over at Islands of Adventure. Do Forbidden Journey, do whatever else you want to do over that park, and then come back to this park to finish. The actual longest waits in the park are both right here. Shrek 4D has a 50 minute wait, and Despicable Me Minion Mayhem has a 45-minute wait. Gringotts only has a 15-minute wait, so that's where I would head if I wasn't filming a wait times-based video, but I want that line to get a longer. The reason Shrek 4D always has a really long line is because they can only seat a certain amount of people in the amphitheater. I am getting in line for Minion Mayhem right now because it's the longest ride in the park as far as waits go. It's got a 45-minute posted wait right now. If you haven't been on Minion Mayhem before, the plot is that you are being shrunk down to the size of a minion and joining Gru's minion army.
Enter this house. In this laundry, making sure to separate whites from gutters.
It's been about 36 minutes and I finally made it inside Gru's house, which is quite delightful. This ride, I'm now remembering that I've been standing in this line, is a lot like an amphitheater or a 3D show because it's basically like a big auditorium that everyone sits in, and then the seats actually are in there and they shake and move around. But I was given a box, an assignment, and I was told to follow this group, and I will follow them into my box that's socially distanced. As you can see, there's not a lot of people actually in here. This is the room right before the pre-show, so that's why it is taking close to 45 minutes probably by the time I get into the pre-show where the attraction officially starts. Because as you can see, I'm just trying to also show you how cool all this stuff is in here. As you can see, there's not a ton of people actually in this pre-show. Hi there! Which is also, they have to accommodate all the Express Pass folks first. Express Pass is Universal's version of Fast Pass. It is something you pay for. Oh, here's my little box.
Can become a minion. Wow, look at that! I know, right? It's pretty spectacular.
You're in a top secret villain's lair. Things happen. If you don't want to move around during the training, please see a lab assistant about the stationary seats located at the front of the lab. These are also known as benches. It says here, don't take pictures or videotape.
Okay.
Wait.
And now for the best part of the ride, the dance party with the Minion. Despicable Me Minion Mayhem ended up taking about 38 minutes for me to get into that pre-show with Gru. And as you can see, the capacity is really limited. There are about 12 of those pods. Each of those can seat 12 people, but right now they have to seat 1 party per pod. So like I had my own pod. So I think that attraction's cute. It's got a 40-inch height requirement. It is a fan favorite with the kids if they like the Minions. So if you want to do this one, I guess hit it first because it's going to have a long wait no matter what because of how diminished the capacity is, just like any of the other theater shows. If you don't care really for the Minions, it's not one I'd wait that long for. And little pro tip, you can just come in the gift shop and the Minion will be back there if he's out dancing, and you can just have the dance party with the Minion, which is the best part. But it's cute if your kids like the Minion, so I would either come first or check back later in the day, because this is one that's going to be pretty consistently. Every time I come to Universal, it's between 45 minutes and an hour, pretty solidly all day long, just because of how the capacity works. The longest line in the park is actually now Fast and the Furious Supercharged at 65 minutes. I am scooting my way over to the Revenge of the Mummy because it's got a posted 10-minute wait, which seems low. That's one of the most popular rides here at Universal Orlando. It's my personal favorite ride that's not Harry Potter related. So I'm excited to ride the Mummy and also skeptical of such a low wait. Don't forget, there's several Universal Orlando attractions where you have to go drop your things off at a locker, basically any roller coaster. If you wear a fanny pack and a lanyard, you can avoid this everywhere except for Rip Ride Rocket and the Hulk. Those you actually go through a metal detector. You can't have anything in your pockets or anything. So I have a little backpack on. I'm gonna go get my locker. The small lockers are free for up to 2 hours, and you use your park ticket to open them up, so make sure you put that in your pocket.
Remember to keep your park ticket with you at all times. You will need your park ticket to reopen your assigned locker.
What I love about this attraction is once you know the story of it, it's way more fun. So it's actually like they're shooting the Mummy movies, like the ones with George of the Jungle here. And everybody on set is nervous about the Magi, the Curse of the Magi. So watch the little pre-show because it's really funny. And that helps explain the attraction itself. Because spoiler alert, the curse is real. But also, that's why throughout the queue it starts like you're on a movie set, and then it moves its way into actually like being in the Mummy, because now you're still on the movie set. It's also very dark, so if you get scared of the dark, or you have kids that are scared of the dark, heads up on this queue here. Something I want to point out too is that a lot of Universal Orlando resorts have stairs in the queue, which is something that's a lot different from Disney. I did a whole video on things Disney fans need to know before going to Universal, just so that they can be aware of how certain things work. I love Revenge of the Mummy. If you ride one thing in Universal Orlando that's not Harry Potter, this needs to be it. It is so much fun. So much fun. Such a good attraction. The queue took 5 minutes. So that's great. And actually, I think almost every time I've been to Universal since the parks reopened and I've gotten in line for Mummy, it's been drastically shorter than the posted wait time. They're also loading every row now because they have plexiglass at the load section. They didn't have that before, so they didn't want people standing next to each other in load, so they were only loading every other row. But now they have plexiglass up and they are loading every row because you're not standing right next to somebody. So that's making the wait times drop as well. So thank you, Mummy. Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. It is so much fun. You got to do it. Now that I have battled the Magi, I think I'm ready to go battle giant mean robots, which of course means we're going on Transformers. It's got a posted 30-minute wait. Let's see if that's accurate. I have seen one of the Transformers movies, maybe two. They're fine. Someone asked me if I had seen those on Instagram today and said I should watch those next since I finally watched the Marvel movies. But tell me if I'm wrong. Do people hold the Transformers movies to the same standard as Marvel? I'm guessing no, but I could be wrong. Is Transformers as beloved as Marvel? I have no idea. Not by me. Okay, the clock has been started, 30 minutes, let's see. You are being recruited to join the good time, the good side, which I'm led to believe are called, Helm talk. Carry on. Okay, we're being recruited to the Autobots. That's the good team. To get the Tesseract. That's not what it's called. That's a Marvel joke. It's called the Spark. Beep bop boop boop beep bop bop boop bop.
Autobot evac, part of Optimus Prime's Nest detail. I'm a stealth transport bot assigned to evacuate human troops from harm's way. But I'm also on reserve to help get the Allspark out of this Optimus Prime.
Thank you. All right, Transformers had a posted wait of 30 minutes. I ended up only waiting 10 minutes to go battle the Decepticons with the Autobots. I like the Transformers ride. I have fun every time I ride it, and I clearly don't know that much about it. So it doesn't make me as motion sick as other things, I think, because you're like, it's a simulator, but you're moving through big sets. So that helps, and I think that's a fun one. It's not like a top 5 ride at Universal Orlando, but if you've got time and there's not a long wait, I definitely recommend it. The Madagascar characters are out in their Santa outfits, which I really appreciate, and the Scooby-Doo gang is out, which I also appreciate, so I wanted to come by. Hi, Scooby-Doo gang! Hi! You guys are so cute!
Yeah, baby! This place is crack-a-lackin'!
I'm gonna give you guys a pro tip. Do you see all these people right here waiting around Diagon Alley staring up at the dragon? They're of course waiting for the dragon to breathe fire, which is one of the coolest things about coming into Diagon Alley. But here's my pro tip. It happens every 10 minutes on the 10. So at noon, at 12:10, at 12:20, etc., etc. If it's gonna happen. There's a lot of weather sensors in here, so if it's too windy or something, the dragon won't breathe fire. But that's how you can know what time to be out here and hope to look for it. It's on the 10s. Okay, of course I am headed to Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts, which has a 35-minute wait right now. Another tip for Universal going is that most of the thrill ride attractions have these tester seats outside the front, because they do have some more unique and more constricting seats than Disney does. So here we go. Let's start that clock. I just love it in here. Hello, sir. It's so cool. I will never be over how lifelike this is. And even if you don't want to ride the attraction, which you should because it's great, but if you're concerned about motion sickness or something, come in and look at the queue. They'll let you exit before the attraction, but like, this is amazing. The timeline of this attraction is very specific. You are actually in Gringotts, the exact same moment in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows that Harry and Ron and Hermione are breaking in to get into Bellatrix Lestrange's vault, which is why when you see them, their shadows along this queue, Hermione and Ron are disguised as Bellatrix and a Death Eater because they have taken Polyjuice, while Hermione has. Ron's just gotten some spells, courtesy of Hermione, of course, because she's the boss witch. So that's why the newspapers, they have the undesirable #1 and the stuff about Snape being the new headmaster of Hogwarts. So that little context does help. Oh, here they are. I did a whole video about all the Easter eggs and the little details in Wizarding World of Harry Potter. There are so many Harry Potter fans, so definitely want to check that one out. I've been in the queue for 11 minutes and I'm down to where the pre-show normally is. This is normally where Bill Weasley will come and explain to you. Side note, great Easter egg. It's hard to see from here, but it's the family photo of when they went to Egypt in Prisoner of Azkaban. Anyway, this is normally where Bill Weasley, who you may know works at Gringotts, comes and explains the plan to you. One thing I do like that Universal Orlando is doing is any attraction that's 3D, they have, thank you, a team member hand you a sanitized pair of glasses. You're not able to get them yourself. Disney was doing that, and then the last times I did a few 3D attractions, they had them back in the bin, kind of separated into little groups. But I prefer just being handed the one pair of glasses that I want to ride. I'm going to use so I don't touch anybody else's.
I'm going to have you number 5 on the left, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Golly gee, do I love that attraction. It's so fun. In addition to something that I love that Universal does with the glasses, they also force every person to have hand sanitizer before they get on an attraction. Like a team member walks through the line and puts hand sanitizer in every single person's hand, whether you like it or not, which I think is another great safety protocol. Ultimately, Escape from Gringotts posted wait time 35 minutes. It ended up only being 15 minutes. So the plexiglass at load helps because now they're loading every row. I guess the argument to load every row is that everyone's facing forward and you have to keep a mask on during the attraction. So that's my assumption as to why they are doing that. But that's what's happening currently. I still feel very safe. I get asked that question a lot, do I feel safe in the theme parks? As safe as anywhere, I guess, right now, but I do like that they're forcing you to use hand sanitizer. They are insisting you keep masks on during the attraction, as well as, you know, in the park. You can't eat or drink unless you're stationary. Before I hop in line for the queue for the train over to Hogsmeade, I'm gonna do one more attraction at Universal Studios Florida. Oh, hello, creature. He's popping out. Hello, sir. I'd love French onion soup if you had a second. No? Okay. Anyway, I am gonna go do the Men in Black Alien Attack attraction real quick since it's right here. This is a Buzz Lightyear style attraction where you are shooting with a laser gun attached to your vehicle, but it's like a little more intense because it actually spins. It's a little more up to the ante, we should say. The clock has started. Let's get to it. Still hashtag moving and grooving. Thank you. Men in Black Alien Attack was a posted 20-minute wait. It was actually a walk-on. They had that plexiglass installed again, so they were loading every row, and it literally, I just walked right on. So like I said, I enjoy that attraction because I love any ride where I get to involve myself in the action and use my little laser gun. I like that you can pick up the laser guns on these, which you can't do at Buzz Lightyear because it makes it a little easier. And then it'll light up, it'll flash when you've actually hit something. My score was in the 24,000s, which was cosmically average, they said, so I don't know how I feel about that. Also, a little detail I'd never noticed before, if you go on the right track, there's two tracks, look on the right-hand side, because one of the aliens is disguised as Steven Spielberg, and there's like an animatronic Steven Spielberg. Little fun thing. He's sitting on a bench reading a newspaper. The train, the Hogwarts Express, connects the two different theme parks via the Wizarding World land. So you can go from Diagon Alley to Hogsmeade or vice versa. It's a different experience depending on which way you go. And you do need a park-to-park ticket because this is not only an attraction, but it's a mode of transportation between the two theme parks. Now, normally I would tell you, walk between the two theme parks. It's like a 15-minute walk if you're walking really slow. But that's not the point of this video. This video is to time the wait time. So we're gonna see if 45 minutes is accurate, which I think it will be, because they can only load one party per cabin. The line is moving somewhat quickly, but it's definitely, I think, gonna be one of the longer lines I'm in today. But I see a lot of families playing Heads Up, which I think is such a fun way to pass time while you're in lines. I also recommend at Disney or Universal bringing some coloring books, your kids' sticker books, activity books, that kind of thing. Because if you're gonna end up in long lines, especially the weekends, the lines might be longer, the holidays they get longer. You know, you want to make sure you're entertained. So playing Heads Up is a great way. Coloring and activity books, special games on your phone, etc.
It'll be on your left third cabin now.
Posted wait time 45 minutes, actual wait almost on the dot 45 minutes. I think the train is one that's going to be pretty accurate, so even if it's like, wow, that's crazy high, it probably really is crazy high, because again, they can only load one party per cabin, which means even me, a single rider, gets my own cabin when normally you can fit 8 in there. So I love the train. I highly recommend it for my Harry Potter fans. If I were you, I would get to Universal Studios, which usually opens earlier at Rope Drop, go Rope Drop Gringotts, and then get in line for the train so you can be over here when Islands of Adventure opens, and then you can go straight to Hagrid's. That would be my attack plan. As Molly Weasley would say, I got a bit peaky, aka I'm hungry. And I'm always trying to show new places to eat and drink, especially here at Universal. And I have actually never been here because it's usually only open seasonally. But Green Eggs and Ham has reopened, which is here in Seuss Landing, and they've got different loaded tots, including one that's literally called Green Eggs and Ham. So we're gonna try it. Taking a look at their menu, they've got pizza tots, buffalo chicken tots, Who Hash, Green Eggs and Ham tots, which are the ones I'm gonna try because I feel like I must. And then they've also got some dessert. Oh, they have fried chicken funnel cake, yum. And then they've got s'mores Nutella. That sounds delicious. Here is my delicious treats from Green Eggs and Ham. The actual Green Eggs and Ham is tater tots, ham, eggs that have like chives and stuff in it. That's what makes them green. And then white cheddar fondue. And then this is the s'mores and Nutella. It looks like it's literally just like a little pie, for lack of a better word, made of marshmallows and graham crackers and Nutella sauce. So excited to try both of these. These are really good tater tots. And then it's got the diced ham and the cheesy fondue. Yeah, very into this. What a creative dish. And I love that they have the other tots too. I'd love to try the buffalo chicken ones next time. Okay, this is my new recommendation of where to eat, not Harry Potter, in this theme park. I'm very much enjoying this, and it's something different and unique, which is what I always like in theme parks. I don't always want to just eat a burger, chicken fingers, or pizza. I want to do something a little different, and this is great. Let's try dessert now. It's literally just like graham cracker with marshmallow and s'mores. So you can definitely taste that that's Nutella and not like Hershey's. It's got that nuttiness. But this is a big serving, simple, but that's pretty yummy too. Ooh, really enjoyed that. The only thing I would say to make that better is I personally don't love Nutella, don't yell at me. I prefer actual chocolate over Nutella, so in the s'mores, I wish it had been just chocolate syrup and not Nutella. But overall, very delicious. And now I'm gonna go ride a roller coaster, because what else would you do after stuffing your face with Green Eggs and Ham? Hello! How are you? You guys look great. Yeah, it's nice to meet you. Are you guys gonna fight? No? You like each other? He's gonna get you. I feel like it. I am getting in the queue for Hagrid's Magical Creature Motorbike Adventure TM. Okay, my stuff is in a locker. Let's go! Oh, we're not going very far. I got really excited. I have not moved very much in this queue, and I want to point out that earlier today, this attraction had like an hour plus long downtime, and I've heard them announce a few times like, hold on a second, and then say like, okay, we're back on track. So I'm wondering if they're having more technical issues, but wanted to keep all of that in mind when factoring in how long this line is going to take me. We seem to be moving, not quite grooving, but at least moving now a little faster. Probably my favorite thing about this attraction is that one of the like keystone animatronics is a Scroot, which is a deep cut for the book fans because Scroots aren't in the movie. So I like that there's like a little something just for the people who read the books. That's the giant like lobster / crayfish monster, scorpion tail. I want to bring to your attention the fact that this attraction does have a virtual queue, which you can book in the Universal Studios app. Some attractions do have them, but they only turn it on if the park is busy enough. So it's not even on today. The only option to get in the queue right now was to just physically get in the queue, but on busy days, they will do a virtual queue where you reserve your spot, kind of like a fast pass. It doesn't mean you get on any faster, it just means that you have a spot in the line. Typically when they run that, you're not also allowed to just get in the queue, like you have to have the virtual queue to get in. And you can see we did the virtual queue when Universal first reopened. We can link that video for you because I'll walk you through how to get one, some tips and tricks as well. Wow, 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 that attraction is so good. Even with the technical difficulties, I waited about 36 minutes. So definitely lower, almost half as low as what I was told. And I was paused for like 5 or 10 minutes. There was a time when I wasn't really moving very quickly, and then once it started moving, it was like moving and grooving. But that attraction is so good. I enjoy it, oh my gosh, so much. It's That and Rise of Resistance are probably my favorite rides in Orlando. What I actually think I'm going to do is get back in line, because now that it's working correctly, I want to know. It's still posted at a 60-minute wait, but I want to clock it without any other circumstances other than just the wait and not any technical difficulties like they were having earlier, which I confirmed. Amazing! Okay, you're not even gonna believe this. 19 minutes. 19 minutes. That's how long I just waited in line to ride the most popular attraction at Universal Orlando. And one of the most popular attractions in the world. Now, today is not that crowded. I try to come when it's busy. It's a Thursday, that's usually relatively busy, but it's not as busy as the weekends, I'll give you that. But Thursdays are usually pretty busy, and this weekend is supposed to be really busy in all the theme parks, but I can't help it if it's not that crowded today. But what I'm hoping you'll find, what I'm finding, this information doesn't really matter how busy it is and how long the lines are, because what I'm showing you is that they're overestimated by quite a bit sometimes. And like I said, when Breedlove and I rode this a few weeks ago, it had a 90-minute posted wait, and it was still around 30 or so minutes. So I don't want to tell you guaranteed Hagrid's is going to be half of what you wait. I don't want to tell you that and then have you be mad at me when you do have to end up standing in a longer line. But what I'm telling you is it's probably overestimated, considering I just rode it twice in a row, and both times it was greatly lower than what it's posted. I am headed to Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, which is inside Hogwarts Castle. It's got a posted 35-minute wait. I'm not actually going to ride it though, because I don't know if my stomach can handle it after the green eggs and ham. But what I recommend to all Harry Potter fans is to go through the queue, because the queue is incredible. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to clock that. You exit right when you're beginning on the attraction anyway, so it'll be great. I'm not having to go to the right side, which is where people are going for lockers, because I let them know I just wanted to walk through the queue. So that's what I'm doing right now. Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, posted wait 35 minutes, actually took 15 minutes for me to get all the way through the queue, and that queue is so cool. There's like Dumbledore's office, the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom, the house portraits talk to each other. It's so fun, gotta check it out. But yeah, that was greatly lower as well, and now we're going into another franchise. What do they got in there? King Kong. I'm not actually going to ride Jurassic Park River Adventure right now because it's only posted at a 10-minute wait, and I want to go clock something that's longer. It's a little cold today, so there's not a long line. But I also wanted to show you, look, one of the walls have come down for Velocicoaster. You can see that the stalls are right there, 1 and 2, like the dinosaur stalls. Oh, here's the rest of them! Oh my gosh, I'm freaking out. This coaster is set to open up next year, and it's themed after Jurassic World, obviously, when Owen and the Raptors go on the motorcycle into the forest, and I'm literally giddy. Look how amazing this attraction looks. Am I obsessed with baby velociraptors now? Look how cute they are. I love you. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is Skull Island Reign of Kong, which has a posted 35-minute wait. This attraction, much like Fast and Furious, have these big buses that are the ride vehicles, and the capacity was cut by like 90%. I'm bad at math, but the buses can hold like 70 people, and right now they can't put 70 people on there, not by a long shot. So these attractions both tend to have much longer queues these days, and I'd argue they're not the greatest attractions in Walt Disney World. I'm probably in the minority, and I'd rather ride Fast and Furious because it's hilarious. But let's see how long this one takes us. This queue is so scary. Ah! Ah! No.
Safety advisory for all departing expedition riders. Due to difficult driving conditions on the island, riders should expect sudden and extreme movement. If you aren't expecting water, for your safety, you must remain seated and eat inside the truck at all times.
Little pro tip with the 3D glasses. Mask up here, put the glasses over the mask. Skull Island Reign of Kong took 12 minutes, and I was like, this is moving way too quickly. But then I got out to the front and realized they had added plexiglass at their load and plexiglass on the ride vehicle, so now they can load every single row, which makes it a lot faster. And then to unload, they were unloading one row at a time, so everybody didn't get up and was all bunched together. The plexiglass, I thought it would kind of ruin it because it's in 3D and now you're also like looking through plexiglass, but most of the action in that ride is directly on the sides of you, so then you're not looking through plexiglass. So only a few times did the plexiglass like reflect something or something where I was like, oh yeah, that's kind of annoying. But overall it was fine. That's not one of my favorite attractions, and that's not one I would say is like a must do, but the animatronic King Kong at the end is pretty incredible. So if it's a short line, go on it just to see that animatronic, honestly. Also, that queue is a nightmare, and could be, it's like an HHN house, and this kid started crying, and his dad's like, why are you being so ridiculous? This isn't that scary. And I was like, kid, this is that scary. I screamed. Anyway, that was Kong, and now I'm headed to Marvel Island landing. Marvel Island. I think it's Marvel Island, because I'm going to do a couple, well, at least one. The park only has like an hour left, so we'll see how many things I get done there.
Hi there.
Hi, Cap. Hi, Spider-Man.
Hey, how you doing? I think we're on TV.
You're on TV. You're used to that.
Oh yeah, we're on TV all the time. Which one of us is cuter? Hey,
You, Cap.
can I hold it?
Hey!
Last time you held it again.
You almost had it. Where's the rest of your friends? Where's Thor and
Fired.
Hawkeye? Fired.
Oh no, Thor. Last time I saw him, he was
Getting a haircut.
No, he's not.
Copying your haircut.
Trying to lose weight. Galaxy, remember?
Oh,
He's like,
yeah.
Trying to lose weight, getting
Yeah,
a haircut.
Yeah.
He's not going to do that flying around in that spaceship. That's for sure.
I think he's doing a keto diet right now.
Is he? Is lots of, well, there's a lot of cured meats in Asgard, I assume,
Iron
so he
Man's
can do
working
that.
on a new suit for himself.
Okay.
And,
He needs more,
I think he's
probably.
attending
Yeah,
some of those
yeah. Iron Man
meetings.
doesn't have enough suits.
Yeah.
He's attending meetings.
Okay. The attractions in Marvel Island, you've got Dr. Doom's Fear Fall, which has no wait. You've got The Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man back here, which has a posted 35-minute wait, but that one makes me nauseous. So I'm gonna go do Hulk. The app says 20, we'll see what it really says. Keep in mind, this is now the end of the day, there's an hour left. So most everything's gonna be pretty short right now, except for on a lot of days, Hagrid's won't be that short right now. I would never recommend waiting for Hagrid's at the end of the day though, because it does have a lot of technical difficulties, as I showed before. So if you wait all day thinking, oh, I'll just go on it later when the line's not as long, what if it's closed? Or what if it's raining? Incredible Hulk, you have to put all your stuff in a locker and then walk through a metal detector. because it's so intense. You have to put everything in a locker. So I'm gonna start the clock when I put it in the locker, and then I'm gonna stop it when I get back out. So I'm gonna take off a few minutes from the time for the time it takes to actually ride the attraction. Okay, the Hulk is so much fun, and I forget how much fun it is, and then I ride it, and I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. That's an awesome coaster. If you're like a coaster person, like you want to do big, scary, intense coasters, this is the best one in Orlando, at Universal Orlando. Gosh, that's so fun. Okay, my phone when I got back to it in the locker said 24 minutes. So subtracting the 5-ish minutes it takes to like ride the ride and get off the ride and get back to the locker, 20 minutes was pretty accurate. It's now up to 45 minutes though. But that one was pretty spot on. That one is gonna have one of your longer waits of the day because it's so popular, but they did add plexiglass in the load area like they have at some other attractions we've talked about, and they're loading every row now, so that should help with those long wait times. We've got time for one more attraction. The Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man. 25-minute wait. And it's outside, so it may actually be pretty close to that. So this is gonna be the last one. Let's start the clock. The team members, the cast members, they didn't make up the rules. They're just asked to enforce them. It's for your safety, it's for everyone's safety. So if they ask you to do something, just do it. Don't be mean to them. Whether it's to fix your mask because it's not being worn properly, or to wait so that they can unload a vehicle the way they'd like to, or to wait so that you can get on a proper dot, or to make sure you're distancing. Again, they didn't make up the rules. Frankly, they're not getting paid enough to deal with people yelling at them all the time. So please be nice. Okay. Spider-Man posted wait was 25 minutes. Actual wait was 16, so less than. The plot of this attraction, if you're not sure, is that you've been recruited to join the Daily Bugle, and you're gonna go get the scoop in a little car. It's the same exact technology as Transformers, but it somehow makes me more nauseous, maybe because it's in 3D. And then like Spider-Man's there, and a green villain that's not Loki is there, and you have to help them. And if you're a Spider-Man fan, I think you'll enjoy it, because I enjoyed it more now that I've actually seen the Spider-Man movies, like the Tom Holland ones, like not the Tobey Maguire ones. And I saw a couple Easter eggs. One in the first room, or the first set you go into where you see Spider-Man, someone's graffitied Iron Man on the wall and it says Stark. And then also Stan Lee makes 2 cameos in the attraction, so look out for those if you're a Marvel fan. But yeah, that wasn't too bad either. Got not a walk-on, but not as long as they said. Woo! Wow, am I tired after the day. I was recruited to do a lot of world saving today. I had to fight the Decepticons, I had to fight some supervillains, I was recruited to become a minion, I was recruited to fight aliens. I am not qualified for any of those things. But I hope I answered some of your Universal questions and you have some planning tips that you can use next time you come here. In the meantime, friends, make sure to rate, review, subscribe to our channel, follow us on Instagram at AllEars.net, and until next time, y'all, I'm Molly, and it has been so magical. Want to see more of my videos? Click over here. Want to subscribe? You can do that right here. And also, ring that notification bell to make sure you get instantly notified anytime we post a new video. Thanks for following. See you real soon.